Welcome back to another podcast from BayArea Wiffle, guys. This is our third ever podcast. I am joined by Nick Lobo.
What's up, guys?
As well as Chris Fancher, who was on last week.
Hello.
So, how's everyone doing?
I'm doing fine. How about you? I'm not doing too bad.
That's good. I've been just chilling at the house waiting for another podcast, editing a lot of videos, trying to put out content, making TikToks, posting stuff on the Instagram. Anything new for you guys?
Yeah, the only thing new for me is just went out yesterday with a couple friends. That's pretty much it.
Wow. Just during quarantine, you're just going out with your friends, huh?
Yes, I am.
Okay, we're just gonna skip over that part. Don't want to get into the details.
Damn, okay.
Yeah, I mean that's just against community guidelines if you ask most people in the world, but not gonna fight it.
I think we're gonna have to wait an extra month before we can link up because of Chris, dude. Come on.
Yeah, it's just gonna be Chris's fault.
One person? All right.
Oh, it was just one person? Okay. Actually, you know what? I also went out yesterday, not gonna lie. Played catch with Ryan Choi, but we're not gonna talk about that. When are you guys thinking that we're gonna be able to get outside and play again?
I'm thinking more like the end of school at the least.
Like May 31st, June-ish? Like June-ish?
Yeah, June.
Yeah. I mean, if it is in June, that would give us an opportunity to play for a month or two, which would be nice.
Yeah.
And we could try
Hopefully
to just...
Flight comes down and uses his powers on June.
That would be very inspirationally amazing.
Us.
That would be good. But if we do end up ending this by June, we'll just try to squeeze in as many games as possible, hopefully get that postseason in. We might have to cut the whole season short from 18 games maybe to like 15 or 12.
Yeah.
But we do want to get the postseason in this year. So I think that's really important for us.
Agreed.
All right, so we have our first big piece of news today for you guys. We have another guest for us here on the podcast. He's also another rookie in the league this year. He'll be going up against Aiden for that Rookie of the Year award. His name is Edgar. Say what's up, Edgar.
Big Eddie! What it poppin'?
So, starts you off with a couple questions. How's life going in general? Just how are you doing?
Oh, it's pretty boring, to be exact. I mean, we're just sitting here and just playing video games and doing homework, basically.
Yes, that's very true. I am quite bored myself, but we have to realize that people are fighting for our country and our lives. And I want to take this time right now, actually, Eddie just reminded me, to thank the first responders for everything that you guys have done. We really appreciate everything. So, Eddie, what have you really been doing with your time during quarantine?
I've just been working out and throwing a ball off the wall. Hopefully just keeping me focused.
That's pretty typical for all of us. And it is known within the league that you go to the same school as I do and play on the same baseball team. Well, actually, you're on JV,
Yes,
I'm on varsity, but we're in the same program.
Exactly, yes.
How did you like your first year of playing high school baseball, even though you only got to play, 7 games?
Yes, I actually was in every single game, to be honest.
That's good.
It was very nice. Very nice.
Great
experience.
What position did you play?
I played first base.
And you got – what was that?
Like, that's the only position in the entire 7 games?
Yes, actually.
Damn.
Thought they were going to put me in right field.
No, but they have Chris Chung for that, so they're good.
Yes, exactly.
Yeah, Chris Chung's just top 1 best players of all time.
Exactly.
Let's talk about wiffle ball a little bit, Eddie. How was your first little experience playing here that one day you came here about last year?
Yeah, it was – I felt pretty nervous because, like, I've never played wiffle ball in my life, and this is going to be my very first experience.
And you played against me, Worm, and Nick. How was the competition level? How'd that feel?
Wow, that was like, oh my. Like, I was just not expecting that.
You were speechless.
Yes, exactly.
What exactly weren't you expecting?
People being so good.
Well, I mean, it was your first time, but true.
Oh, true.
So this is going to go ahead and be your rookie season this year. What are you thinking with – I know you don't know everybody in the league and you don't know everybody's talent levels, but based off what the little that you do know, how well do you think you're going to do? Say we play 18 games, how many wins do you think you'll get?
I think I'll get a pretty good, decent amount. Like, not too good, but I don't think I'll do too bad.
So somewhere middle in the pack?
Yes.
Yeah,
hopefully.
That's a good prediction. Let's transition to some Corona talk. Nick, take it away.
We're going to stop talking about Corona. We just feel like it's not our place to give facts and detailed news about the topic. We don't want to be a sad channel. We want to be uplifting and happy. But we will continue to thank the first responders, maybe give a little bit of talk about quarantine, but we don't really want to get into detail about Corona.
Thank you for that, Nick.
So since we've been locked up, we have been doing our own things. I want to know what you guys have been doing. So, Ryan, let's start with you. What have you been doing because of this break?
Nothing's really changed from the past weeks. I have actually been starting to drive a little bit more. I actually went on the freeway the other day. Don't tell the cops, please. That would be very kind of you not to do that. But I don't have my permit. Let's just not talk about that part.
What a bum, not having a permit.
Well, Nick, you're like 6 years old. So it's been really fun for me, a new experience to try to get better at something that I'm not used to doing. But obviously I'm getting better if I felt comfortable enough to get on the freeway. And other things I've been doing, editing videos. I've actually just been getting better at my edits, learning how to get better, watching videos on that. Working out, obviously, like 47 times a day. There's really nothing else to do. Playing video games at like 11 o'clock at night with the boys after I watch The Voice with my parents. That's pretty much it for me. What about you, Nick?
Yeah, I've been doing pretty much the same as you, trying to work out. I don't want to come out of COVID like plus 19 pounds. That's what they're saying. Because it's not COVID minus 19. You're adding 19 pounds. I don't want to do that. Also, like you said, I've been trying new things. You're trying driving. I'm trying other things. I'm experiencing twerking now. I'm learning how to twerk.
I thought you've just been experiencing that for your whole life.
We've tried the TikTok. That's a new thing. We got a decent amount of viewers. We got 1,000, I believe, somewhere around there.
We got 1,100 something on one video so far. So
that's pretty good especially for like one of our first times.
Yeah, we only.
It was definitely new to us, and we blew up kind of quickly.
Well, I mean, that's not blowing up, but it's pretty cool for us because we normally
gained a following that we haven't ever experienced before.
Yeah. So Edgar, what have you done? Something new over this break?
I've been learning how to cook.
Wow, nice.
I'm not trying to come out like a ball. Just like
he said,
like
I learned how to cook.
Yeah, exactly, like a beach ball. Nick, I'm wondering if you can cook. Can you cook?
Yes.
What can you cook?
Nick.
I learned at 10 years old. My parents made me learn. 10 years old. Yeah, so now I'd like to transfer over to our TikTok account. I mentioned it earlier in the podcast. We do have a TikTok account. Go follow it. It's BayArea Wiffle. And we started kind of blowing up. We got more following than we've ever had. We got 1,100, I believe, on one of our videos. That's most viewed that we've ever gotten. And we'd like to thank all of those viewers, all 1,000 of you. It really means a lot that you recognize our creative talents.
If that's what you want to call it.
And really waste your time on us. It really means a lot. Would you like to say anything? Anybody else?
What are you guys going to post on the TikTok?
Yeah. Mainly just wiffle ball content. We're trying to make nice edits, try to engage with the viewers, ask them questions about. We posted one the other day, the one that actually kind of low-key blew up, 1,100 views. We asked which home run did you think went the furthest? And that really just, like I said, engages the viewers and makes them comment and want to watch the rest of the video to see who's going to hit the furthest home run. So just things like that.
Well said. I'd like to also ask, are we going to put more of the podcast in the TikTok account or just our wiffle ball games?
I think that we could put some of the podcasts if we get funny moments or if we talk about something that's pretty interesting. And we can also promote it using TikTok.
That's true.
Either way, that would help us out because if it gets on the For You page, which all of our TikToks have, that gives us even more of a chance for people to watch the video.
Transitioning over to league talk, Eddie, what do you think your chances are at winning Rookie of the Year?
Aiden, not much play yet. I don't barely know him, so I don't know my chances yet. But if I knew, I'd probably say I have an overall okay chance.
So would you say that you would like split it 50-50 with him?
Yeah, maybe. Yeah, sure.
That's fair.
I still got to see him how he plays and stuff.
That's true.
Also, there is a chance we may be adding another person. We're not 100% sure, so we don't want to put his name out there yet. We're trying to see if he'll be able to fit in with the league and make it on time, make the games and all that stuff. And also, one more thing I want to talk about is we're looking to play most of our games at Green Hills. How you guys feeling about that?
I'm actually very intrigued about that because Green Hills has a pretty small fence. It's not too tall, is what I mean. Especially on the lower field, the upper field is ridiculous. But the lower field has a pretty nice fence. It's nice grass, so we can make more running, diving plays, make the defensive aspect of the game more interesting for you guys. I know a lot of it is either nasty pitches or home runs, but now we can actually incorporate diving plays and stuff into our videos, which will be kind of sick.
Playing there the few times I played there has been amazing. The low fence and just the trees in the background to hit home runs into, it's really nice.
So me being the commissioner of the league, I came up with a rule that is game-changing for our gameplay. This rule is going to go ahead and be no more double plays on ground balls, which is how maybe 50% of the outs happened last year. Somebody would hit a single and then just hit a ground ball and the inning would be over. That takes away so many opportunities from batters and pitchers, from nasty pitches, home runs, nice hits, nice plays. So if we add in no more double plays, that's going to give so many more options and so much more content for you guys as well. And it's going to make it more difficult on the pitchers to get outs, which leads to more absolute just nukes, which everybody loves seeing nukes, obviously. If you ask anyone that likes baseball or wiffle ball, just nukes are just number one best thing. You like seeing dirty pitches, obviously. You like seeing cool plays, and this is just going to bring more opportunity for that. Chris, what do you think about this new rule?
I like it, but it's also going to be kind of scary pitching-wise because if you're struggling and then you get that ground ball, you get out of the inning right away, now you have to get that twice. So innings are going to be a lot longer.
That's true. Someone like you who is a top pitcher in the league used that double play very effectively last year. It's going to change the way that you have to pitch and approach your batting or your batters. What about you, Nick? What are your thoughts on the double play rule?
I think it'll really help out batters and really help out entertainment purposes because double plays, like you said, really mess up people's games. They could be going on a hot streak or something, get a hit off a really good pitcher maybe, and it could be all over in a ground ball. And that just is not entertaining. It's not fun for the batter either. So I think it'll really help the league entertainment standpoint and the batters. Like you said, nukes, absolute bombs are what the viewers really want to see.
Yes.
And it'll make the pitchers work harder. We haven't really been making the pitchers work. There's no defensive playing.
True.
There's no really effort from the pitcher other than just to pitch. And
oh, yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, go ahead.
Oh, I was going to say the double play was one of the biggest reasons you won that wild card game against Ryan Choi. There was double plays in there that got you out of the inning immediately, and that led up to that second inning where you just hit a double, a home run, and another double, and it set you for the game. You were up 2-0, and I think you won on a double play. It was just, and Chris's series against Worm, he lost because of double plays. He hit singles and then he just hit hard balls on the ground, which doesn't work out all the time for the hitter.
Yeah, I agree with that. It can mess up a hitter's game, but it can also win a pitcher's game. So it's not really in favor of the batter.
All right, so I think we're going to wrap it up here. I want to go ahead and thank everybody, such as the first responders. Obviously, we couldn't do what we wanted to do without you guys. You guys are just amazing, and thank you for keeping us safe. I want to thank Chris for continuing to be an anchor. Really appreciate you helping us out, making this content much better than it already was. I want to give a big thanks to Big Eddie for joining us today, being our second ever guest on the podcast.
Thank you for having me.
Thank you to my co-host, Nick. You're always great, man. It's fun working with you. And I just want to thank you guys, the viewers, for watching all the way through. If you got here, thank you so much. We're going to go ahead and wrap it up now. Thank you, everybody.